Well. I'm back for my Angels videos and yes, I should be talking the month of May. But I guess you can say the month of May has been a tale of two halves. But mostly the main topic of this video for the Angels that I want to talk about is what in the blue hell is going on with the Angels. If you guys don't know, the Angels have been the most, well, as of yesterday, been the most trendy slash most talked about baseball team currently at this moment, because right now the Angels are on what you would call a insane free fall. Month of May, the Angels entering the month of May, they pretty much for about a good chunk of the month of May, well, a good half of the month of May, were pretty good. And then the moment they get to the Blue Jays series, then all of a sudden things went from bad. It went from bad in the Blue Jays series, because there were games in the series the Angels had, I think, like 3 times they led that series in terms of the game, in terms of the lead during the games. And the bullpen, aka what I like to hail them as an Angels fan, the blowpen came in and did what typically the Angels blowpen have been doing for the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years since, I don't know, 2014. Now listen, you're wondering, well, there are sometimes some bullpens do that. Yeah, but not to the insane rate that the Angels bullpen does it. So that's kind of the thing there. My dog's in the background eating something that you should not be eating. So, yeah, let me pick up this thing. Anyways, yeah, there were like at least 3 games in the Blue Jays series. The Angels had a lead, and especially the fact that the lead was typically late, and they would always find some way to blow it. So that's the bad. And you're like, okay. There might have been a little bad series there. They ended up getting swept. They should have won Sunday's game, but they blew it for the 4th straight time. Okay, you need to get back on. Hey, my dumb little dog. Sorry, everybody. My dumb little dog biting on these little freaking popcorn kernels. Shouldn't be eating that. No. Anyways, sorry for that. Like I said, Angels get swept. They had a chance to take at least one game in the Toronto Blue Jays series. This is one of my keys for the Angels this year if they want to make the playoffs. If you're going to lose in a series, don't get swept. At least take one game in a series, even if you lose the series. At least get some sort of consolation in what you're trying to do. So they get swept. You think it can't get any worse, right? Well, they go to New York, not to play the Mets, who they'll be playing after they play the Boston Red Sox series, which starts today. They went to New York and played the New York Yankees in the Bronx. And what happened there? They ended up getting their asses whooped too, and they ended up getting swept as well. If I can go to my freaking ESPN app, I know the first game, I think the first 2 games were like complete blowouts. Like, legitimately, there was nothing the Angels did. Yeah, there was nothing the Angels did in the first 2 games that they couldn't do against the Yankees. They absolutely got destroyed. Noah Syndergaard made his return to New York, this time playing the other New York team, not the Mets, which I would envision he might pitch against the Mets. I don't think he's going to pitch against the Nets. I think he's going to be pitching against the Boston Red Sox, but it's going to be interesting to see if he does get a chance to pitch against the Mets, because he's been kind of having a beef against the Mets, but we'll see. Yeah, he got rocked. Dude only like went 2 innings and he was gone. He pretty much gave up like all these runs in like the first 2 innings, and it was done, set match. It was game over by then. And the Angels offense absolutely no showed. So yeah. Then what happened next is, well, the second game was postponed. So on the follow so on the Thursday, they held 2 games. Another blowout. This time Shohei Otani was the guy on the mound. He was originally scheduled to be the original Thursday starter in terms of the second game, but for some odd reason they said, "Hey, let's go with, freaking Otani in the day one game. Why? Let's push him up." Don't know why. He should just stuck with Reed Detmers, but okay. Funny enough, Reed Detmers in the series, in the Yankee series, actually pitched. And honestly, if you ask me, and probably next to Lorenzen, probably pitch, I guess, the most solid compared to the Angel starting pitchers as of late. So yeah. But Otani comes in here. If you don't know, the thing that's infamous with the Yankees and the Otani is the whole fact that Otani got rocked last year against the Yankees in New York, and he barely went long in that game too. Same thing happened. He pretty much went like, I think, 3 innings. If I go check my stats or something like that. Yeah, he went 3 innings, gave up 8 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, and only struck out 2. He didn't really do much of anything, to be honest, either. So you put it on the freaking bullpen, and of course the bullpen, they just can't freaking hold runs and stuff like that. So yeah, another loss and another bad look on Shohei Otani, to the point, people are legitimately thinking the dude is tipping his pitches, and now teams the Yankees have something out on him, and they think, maybe people thinking that maybe he could be tipping his pitches, and the Yankees clearly saw that and they took advantage of it. And if he is tipping his pitches, well, then of course the opposing baseball team is going to do whatever they need to do to take advantage of it. You need to, if there's something to do to prevent the tipping of the pitches, well, they need to make sure they tell freaking Shohei, "Hey, dude, you're tipping your pitches. The opposing team's going to know what pitches you're throwing," and stuff like that. So, yeah. And then obviously the most closest game in the freaking series against the Yankees, which the Angels ended up losing. It was another one of these things where they had a late run. They had a late inning run, and they were up 1-0. And I legitimately watched the ending of this game, and let's just say, as I look at the pitching, what happened was, well, for some reason Joe Madden puts Ortega in the game, and he can't get nobody out, and because of it, well, he has to get taken out with the bases loaded. Archie Bradley has to come in. Don't know why Archie Bradley didn't get sent in any earlier, or should have started off the inning, but because of the bases being loaded, of course, Archie Bradley can't freaking pick up the slack that the last pitcher came in to do, because he couldn't get any outs and he couldn't stop walking people. He ends up giving like a 2-run bloop single. End of story. Game over. Angels get swept. Boom, boom, boom. And in the meantime, the Angels offense have been on a struggle. If we're being honest, freaking Jared Walsh has been pretty much the only Angels offensive player that has been doing anything worth a damn as of late. Mike Trout right now is currently 0 for 26 for at his last 26 at bats. Dude's not showing up. He's not playing good. And that's not good, because when his offense isn't good, then your whole team struggles. And Shohei Otani, he's kind of been shaky on offense this year too. So he's been thinking, and then freaking nobody else in this offense other than Jared Walsh can produce any semblance of an offense. And then you also got Anthony Rendon, who apparently had some sort of wrist inflammation, who was supposed to be on the 10-day IL, but apparently his wrist inflammation is so bad that it's already past 10 days. That's another issue with Rendon. He gets hurt, and it'd be the slightest thing. The dude can get his freaking toenail or his freaking fingernail ripped off, and guy will be out freaking almost damn near a month, when in all honesty, that's probably like maybe a week injury to recover from, and you can probably just tape that bad boy up and you'll be good. Trust me, I know I actually lost one of my fingernails. Anyways, the Angels then again, yet again, get swept. And they're on a massive losing streak. And at this point, I'm just watching from the outside. I'm like, we're not beating the Phillies. We're going to get swept by the Phillies. We're going to lose yet again. And by the time we're going to be on an 11-game win streak, or an 11-game losing streak after the end of the Phillies series. More importantly, coming into this Phillies series, well, Joe Girardi gets fired because he's been underwhelming as a fucking manager. And it goes to show me, well, the Phillies can fire freaking Joe Girardi. Why can't the Angels just hurry up? Why can't Perry Miasian hurry up and fire Joe Madden and get him up out of here? Clearly, since his managing ain't doing anything for the Angels to take them nowhere. Angels absolutely get blown out by the Phillies in the first game, 10-0, because well, let's just say Chase Silseth only went 1 2/3 and 1.5 innings. Pretty much was the reason why all the freaking what happened. Now Jaime Barria, from what people said, he was solid, but he still gave up 5 earned runs at the end of the day, so it don't matter. And by the time that game's over, Angels offense did absolutely jack diddly squat. Next game, that was the Michael Lorenzen game. Again, he gave like the first 5 runs, but because he gives a first 5 after that, he kind of pitched pretty solidly. But regardless, when you're down big in a baseball game, you're trying to fight back to get back in the game. It's pretty hard to do that. That's the same thing in any professional sports. If you're down big, it takes a lot of energy just try to get. It puts a lot of pressure on your offense to try to get back and tie or freaking take the lead. Too little, too late. Guess what? Angels end up losing again, 7-2. And again, like I said, the offense absolutely does nothing. Then yesterday, the Angels at one point were up 6-2 in the top of the 8th, in the bottom of the 8th inning. And they found some way to blow it because, yes, the Angels blow pin just blows it. Jose Iglesias came in and then for some odd reason freaking throws a pitch right down the middle of the plate. Of course, Bryce Harper, he's going to just see that a mile coming away. He hits the game-tying grand slam home run. But then the next inning, well, Matt Duffy, and then I guess there was an error by Matt Duffy in that inning too that would have got the Angels out of the inning. I didn't watch this game because I was out minding my own business and stuff like that. But I heard Matt Duffy made a very critical error, which if he could throw the damn baseball across the damn diamond, he'd be able to freaking get out of the inning, and the Angels probably win the game yesterday. But no, he caused an error which extended the inning and then led to what happened. But then he redeems himself by helping the Angels get the lead, only for the Angels the following inning, thanks to Jimmy Herget, to blow it and give off a walk-off home run to Byron Stott, or something like that. And because of it, the Angels have lost 11 straight, and they are a shell of what they used to be at the start of the May, or at least at the half point of May before they played the Blue Jays. And everybody's talking about them, and stuff like that, and Angel fans are questioning what the hell is going on. This team should not be playing like this and things like that. You don't know who's to blame. At some points, you can blame the pitching, you can blame the offense, you can blame the coaching. Oh, listen, here's my whole take on the situation as an Angels fan. I'm just going to say this. First things first, I just want to say this. For Angel fans that are very, for some odd reason, disappointed and upset and very pissed off about what's going on, what are you guys looking at? Listen, it's like I said in my month of April video review. If you want to go check out my thoughts, go check them out in my thoughts. I'm gonna continue to say this over and over and over again, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's here on my sports YouTube channel. I don't care. The Angels have always been an overrated, overhyped team. They're damn near like, good God, they're like the freaking Cowboys of the MLB. And just in a way of, they have this alluring aspect of, we got the two great players, not two great players, arguably two of the greatest players of this current generation. And they have failed to be consistent with the team surrounding them because they're just mostly made a mockery of. They haven't been taken serious since 2014. And I continue to tell that, and I want to continue to inform Angel fans on my agenda in terms of me being an Angel fan of not getting your hopes up for this damn team anymore. And then, like I said yesterday, you have Angel fans question, what the hell happened in this team? What the hell happened in this team? You're now asking this question because we had a great start in the month of April and a pretty solid good half of May until we played the Blue Jays. And you're wondering, what happened? What happened has been happening the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years almost, pretty much. Since 2014. That's what's been happening. The Angels being an overrated baseball team with the two greatest best players on their team that willingly they can't do nothing because they got a cheapskate of an owner that's more willing to try to beat or more willing to try to pay a bunch of guys to make a quick profit because he knows Angel fans are stupidly gonna fucking cash their money to go see Mike Trout and freaking Shohei Otani. Again, I don't blame them for wanting to see two of the greatest players in your generation. You want to go see two players like that caliber and stuff like that. When I have kids, I'm going to tell them, you don't understand what it was like for me when I was freaking, my late freaking teens, early 20s, going to Angel games, seeing Mike Trout and Shohei Otani do great things and stuff like that on TV and hell, even in live in person. So far, I've only been to 2 Angel games this year and 1 loss, 1 win. Like, what they're Shohei Otani and freaking Mike Trout are doing is only something that, 10 years later, when you have kids, if you're like 23 years old, like I am, and you have kids and stuff like that, you tell your kids, you don't understand how great these players were. They were like great players. I can show you the highlights and everything, but watching them in person, it was something to behold. But regardless, at the end of the day, the Angels were a mediocre team. Angels were a mediocre team, and they continue to be mediocre. And the fact that there are some fans in the Angels fan base, and if you're an Angels fan watching this video and you take offense to it, listen, this is just my thoughts. I don't give a crap what you feel about me, but I don't care. I'm going to continue to speak the truth until the Angels, like I've been saying on my Twitter, until they play serious October baseball. They ain't worth a damn anything. I don't care how good the Angels are in the regular season. Can you make it to the serious baseball in the month of October? That's what I care about. That's when I'll be bought into the hype of the Angels again. And what I'm seeing right now, the fact that the Angels are on an 11-game losing streak, it doesn't shock me. I was expecting this to happen. I was expecting for the downturn of the Angels, their little success that they were having at the start, to eventually come. Now, you're going to have your positive Angel fans on the TL on Twitter and stuff like that, are around and everything. But listen, I don't give a crap. I'd still freaking say you guys just have false hope because this team absolutely freaking sucks. The fact that there's still some positive Angel fans out there that have been seeing this whole operation time and time again who are literally stuck with being are content with being incompetent / mediocre. It goes to show you how much, of a pacifist team or a pacifist the fan base is. Oh, it's okay. They'll find a way to right the ship instead of being a hard-ass, pessimistic fan like me who should be booing these guys the moment they step on the field tonight for their horrific play. If I went to the game tonight, I'd be booing the hell out of the Angels the moment they step on the field when they ain't doing the introduction lineups. I don't care if an Angel fan is like, why are you booing them? I'd be like, they're on an 11-game losing streak. They don't deserve my praise. They deserve to win. They've been giving us a terrible baseball. So the fact that So for Angels fans that are shocked that the Angels are doing so bad, guess what? You shouldn't be, because they've been doing this bullshit for the last 4, 7, 8 years. This is why I continue to say, until the Angels play serious October baseball, I have no belief in this team. I have no hope. I don't get invested in this team anymore, because guess what? Getting invested in this team is a waste of time. It was all a part of their plan. All a part of their plan. They do really good at the start of the season. And in the month of May, for a good chunk of the month of May before they play the Blue Jays, fans are like, oh shit, we can really do this. We actually may make the playoffs. The national media actually thinks the Angels actually have what it takes this year. And then guess what? When the Angels revert back to their typical ways, that's when everybody is shocked and they're like, what happened? Yada, yada, yada. And guess what? That's when they lure you in, and that's when you start crying and be all disappointed and pissed off and everything. I don't fall for that anymore. You see, a few years back, maybe 2016, 2017, Cameron, you may have got me there and everything. And I would have been very invested, and then I'll be super pissed off coming on ranting. But the only reason why I'm ranting in terms of why are you should, people, fans of the Angels, Angel fans should not be shocked by this horrific, play by the Angels, is because I don't get invested in this team anymore. I don't get my hopes up for this team, because guess what? They burned me way too much in the past decade to give them any benefit of the doubt. How I feel about the Angels is how I feel about my Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears have been incompetent for pretty much their entire history. They don't deserve any benefit of the doubt till they actually are a consistent team going to the playoffs on a consistent basis, just like the Angels. They don't deserve any benefits of the doubt. Artie Moreno doesn't deserve any benefits of the doubt because he's been a terrible owner. Joe Madden has not deserved any benefit of the doubt. If anything, Joe Madden deserves to be fired. And that's where I'm going to end this video off. I don't know if Perry Mayasian has talked to this guy yet, but if I was the Angels right now, currently it's 9:21 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Angels were smart. If Perry Mayasian was smart, he'd fire Joe Madden right now. And I'm telling you this, guys. If this losing streak continues to go on for a long time, you're going to have to start to question Perry Mayasian and say, dude, they need a new voice up in there. It's not working. Cut your losses. It was a little nice nostalgia run for Joe Madden to manage the team he won a World Series with back in 2002 and stuff like that. Now he gets to manage them. His ways are too old. His ways have passed him by. It's time for him to retire into the sunset. He got his championships with the Angels, the Rays, and the very historic, championship World Series title with the Cubs. The game's passed him by. It's time for him to move on, and it's time for the Angels to get some young blood up in there, or get something up in there, a new voice to help this team not be in this. And personally, I want a hard-ass coach on these guys that is a no-nonsense coach who tells these guys, listen, we ain't doing good. So that's the thing. Also, too, they also need to fire Matt Wise, the pitching coach. He has been freaking terrible. I don't know what he's been telling the pitching staff as of late in terms of the Blue Jays series, but whatever he's telling them, whatever he's doing to try to compose them, it ain't working because they continuously give up runs, whether it's the starting pitching, or the blow pen pitchers, and they continuously do it over and over again. If anything, you need to look at this guy because the pitching has been a shell of itself. Since the Blue Jays series, they continuously give up runs and they can't stop doing it. So get rid of freaking the pitching coach and get a new pitching coach that actually knows what the hell he's doing and teaching these pitchers the mechanics and the things they need to do to get guys out. And then you fire Joe Madden. But most importantly, you need to fire Joe Madden. Angels have lost 11 straight games. And they're going to lose. They're going to get pushed down to 12 straight games because the Red Sox have been on a roll as of late. And I definitely think they're going to want to avenge their Fenway Series losses they had at Fenway Park. Also, like I said, Rendon's on the IL. Taylor Ward went to the IL because of his hamstring again. They called up Joe Adell finally. And look, guess what? Joe Joy, he looked really good in freaking right field because that's his original position. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the Angels next teams they play are the Red Sox, the Mets, then they play the Dodgers before they move on to Seattle. And if they continuously lose games before the Seattle game and they continue to get swept, the Angels, I counted this up. The Angels could be on a 20-game losing streak by the time they get to play the Seattle Mariners in Seattle. That's embarrassing. So I don't know what needs to happen, but the Angels need to desperately do something. Otherwise, they're going to be in some major trouble. And I don't know this. Personally, if you ask me, I'll say this. If they get swept at the homestand, whether it's against the Red Sox, or if they get swept by the Red Sox, or if they get swept by the Red Sox and the Mets both at the homestand, they need to fire Joe Madden. Joe Madden should be fired now. But listen, if I'm Perry Miasian and you get swept by the Boston Red Sox and you go to a 14-game or I think 14 or 15-game losing streak, guess what? You got to fire him. Because you're at home, there's no way you should be getting swept at home, and there's no way you should be on a 15-game losing streak in baseball. You could have ended the streak yesterday, but they didn't. But it is what it is. Not shocked by what the Angels are giving me. And that's why I continue to say my agenda of the Angels being an overrated, overhyped baseball team from the start of the year is correct. And I will continue to push my agenda of not believing in the Angels unless they play Series October baseball till, well, guess what? That eventually happens. And I'll continue to push my agenda. So if you're an Angel fan that doesn't like this video and you want to leave a dislike or you want to put in your comment section, yeah, you're too hard, you're too negative on the team, well, I don't care. I'm just saying it. You got to look at revisionist history. What have the Angels have done relevant, as a recent memory that gives you any way that they should get the benefit of the doubt? Nothing. So, yeah, my dog wants to get out of here. I'm going to get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's on this video in terms of the Angels. Are you an Angel fan? Are you disappointed in the team? What are some ways that the Angels can do to get better and stuff like that? And end this losing streak because they need to end it now. So, yeah. So, hopefully the Angels get a W today against the Red Sox. Right now is a start to where you're back at home. Start a winning streak because now you've lost 11 straight and now you're one game under 500. And now guess what? You're getting very closer to the rest of the AL West when it was pretty much a division between you and the Astros. So we'll see what the Angels do. They got to start taking series now. I would love it if they go on an 11-game win streak because it will completely counteract what the 11-game losing streak is. Anyways, we'll see. Catch you guys later. Hit that subscribe button to Camp 15 Talk Sports. If you want to get into the sports content I upload to the channel. Till then, guys, catch you guys later. Peace.